And as I asked him that, all of a sudden, I was caught up into the heavens, looking down on the earth like a globe. And I saw a massive military movement coming out from what I didn't know where it was. It was way up by the Arctic, toward, I knew, Greenland, up that way, and Norway, Finland, Denmark, Sweden, up above, way up there. A massive military movement of Navy ships coming out, submarines, aircraft carriers, battleships, cruisers, and all. And I saw them coming out, and then all of a sudden I looked across the United States, across the Atlantic to the United States, and I saw this submarine on the bottom of the floor of the sea, and it was so close toward New York City and that area that the light color of the sand was still out in its nose. It was that close. The light sand had lightened up the floor of the ocean there. And here was that submarine sitting there. And then, all of a sudden, I thought, oh my word. And I looked across the United States, because my family at that time was living in Portland, Oregon. And I saw submarines poised over there. I looked around, and I saw them poised down by California, around toward all the way from San Francisco to San Diego. I looked across the continent, and I saw in Florida. I saw them poised near in the Gulf of Mexico and over on the Atlantic side, just sitting there under the water. And then when I looked back across the up toward New York, looking back at that one that I first saw, something caught my eye. All of a sudden, all of these radio towers, I thought they were radio towers, began springing up all across the United States, thousands of them, which now I know to be cell phone towers. There was not one cell phone tower at that time. This was December the 14th, 1986. And all of these cell phone towers spring up out of the earth, and I watched the dotted line like they were transmitting, like you'd see with a radio station. And all of a sudden, I saw the signals of every one of those towers just sprinkled to the dust, like they were trying to transmit, but they were just sprinkling to the dust. And then I saw this missile come. I looked back toward New York City. I saw this missile come out of that submarine, go up over New York City, and explode. And I watched New York City disintegrate right before my eyes. Because my family lived across in Portland, Oregon, I looked across the United States. I saw an explosion up toward the area of Seattle, Bellevue, and a massive explosion there. I saw another one down by San Francisco, and two more, one down kind of below that, and then one towards San Diego. Then I saw another one explode between Miami and Tampa, Florida. And I cried out in the heavens, oh Lord, they won't even know what hit them. When Russia opens her doors and lets the masses go, the free world will occupy themselves with transporting, housing, caring for the masses, will begin crying peace and safety, letting down their weapons. And that's when it will happen.